The Sun Devils will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And here comes the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Arizona State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run. And they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The RPO, it's complete. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Woodhead. That's reeled in, it's Jones. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Get it out on the screen. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game. And so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Rifles it down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking downfield, it's Woodhead. Unloads it left. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And it's a touchdown. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Rides the back on the option, the give. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Woodhead. Throwing right. Quick completion on the out. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Now on the option. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to throw. It's Woodhead. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. The give on the option. Turning it on. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Got a man. It's Banks. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And they'll just down it right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Handoff from the gun. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Back to pass, it's Harvey. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
They kill you on that
Working
slant.
his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Sun Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Arizona State! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you get hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 10 over Memphis. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's not even trying.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw. It's Harvey. He's got him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Looking to pass. It's Harvey. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up the 5. The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you have to wonder if going in at halftime in the locker room just slowed down the momentum a little bit for this offense. They had it going so well in the first half. They were up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, scoring points. But here we go. First drive of the second half, and they run into a wall getting sacked on the 3rd play of the drive. They're going to have to pick it up here in the second half.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The run to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Harvey. Hauls it in. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Give to the running back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back and leaves it. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go back to work on offense. The give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. There he goes down the right side. Past the 10. Touchdown.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football. And David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The inside handoff. Powers through the defender. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. To the air, it's Harvey. Finding open areas. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Still on his feet at the 40. At the 45 on his way.
He didn't even
There
try.
he goes to the right. Touchdown, Arizona State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you got a guy that can do this. What an unbelievable job. Scrambling around, buying time, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it, running a long way and scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Need. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the fullback. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. On the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Jones. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To throw, it's Wood. Finds his tight end. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. Now they'll run it to the right here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win. everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense looks like they're coming. Dropping back, it's Harvey. He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
They punted away on 4th down. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the...
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Quickly to the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
2nd down coming up.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Get set, get set.
They go to the ground. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Quickly complete. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to barge their way in. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The the Sun Devils come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on third and inches. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 7 over Memphis. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Right on target this time. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Looking downfield on first down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively?